Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Connie Douglas from Great Stamping with Connie. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Canada, and I would like to welcome you to your Monday motivation. Let's kick off the week with some crafting. So, thank you so much for stopping by. I truly appreciate it. And if you are here, give me a Heidi ho, hello, hello, and let me know that you are watching. And I will just see if I can find all of that down here. I hope you had an awesome weekend. I cannot begin to tell you how amazing my weekend was. If you follow me, you know that I was busy, 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 and all the elves were here helping me get ready for the girls' getaway weekend this past weekend, and it was tremendous. I love these ladies. There we go, getting on the camera. I love these ladies, and I love how spending time together fills my cup and it fills their cup. And that's what it's all about. The sort of the core group that has been with me for many, many of my retreats, they're really getting to know each other and they're becoming friends and they come in, it's like, oh, it's so good to see you again. And so it's just wonderful. And of course, there's some pretty amazing crafting that goes on all weekend. So many creative people in one room, and a beautiful venue, tremendous meals. The food is we did say, you know what, there's too much. And we didn't mean there was too much, but there was too much. It was all so yummy. It's we wanted it, we ate it. We didn't need it. There was lots of food and it was all really yummy food. So, you know, good friends, crafting, creativity, sharing, um, being pampered all weekend. We didn't have to make any meals. We didn't have to do any dishes. It was a wonderful weekend. It was truly a fill your cup weekend. So that we did. And if you weren't able to join us this time, we certainly hope that you will be able to come out next time. Uh, In-person retreat is February 7th to 9th, 2025. Oh, can you believe I'm saying 2025? But today is November 25th. It's the last week of November. Oh my goodness. So we are coming to the end of the year. Look, Joanne is there. And she says the weekend was amazing. You got to know it's a good thing when someone drives from Ottawa to go to your weekend event. So it was amazing. It was awesome. Okay, shall we do some crafting? Let's head down here. And yes, yes, it was amazing. Oh, so the first thing I have, because I did promise this last week when we got talking about the retreat, et cetera, I mentioned some little surprises. I love to surprise and delight all of my guests on these weekends. So one of the little treats that I shared with them or gave to them was this humble home. Remember, we used this just last week, and that's how we got onto it. And I said there was something that I would show you. So this looks like I have stamped the house and punched it out, which I did. But there's more to it than that because look at that. It is a little treat holder for for anything really, but what a great little table favor, don't you think? The trickiest part to this is to remember that you punch this one forward, and then if you want this to be the front of your paper, you have to flip it over and punch it up from the back because otherwise you'd have the chimney over here. So I have a few spare houses punched out that will make great card decor or something, but you do want your chimneys to match up here. And then there's just a little garden green center that holds a Hershey nugget. Isn't that adorable? And you can make these super easy, super quick. Uh, and then you could put them at the table for everyone for Christmas or Thanksgiving or anything because it's just a house. Welcome to my home. You could give them as little gifts. These are fabulous. And there was a couple of people on the weekend who said, I'm making these because they work in an office or somewhere where there's a number of people and they want to share a little something with everyone at Christmas. But holy mackerel, if you have to, if you have 50 people that you work with or something, you're probably not buying 50 Christmas gifts for all of them. But look, you could make their day a little extra special and fun with one of these. So there we go. Ah, Nancy, thanks for stopping in. Okay, crafting. So this week, it's a punch. This is the Humble Home punch. There's a bundle. There's a stamp set. We used the stamp set last week on my Facebook Lives, and then there is a punch. So it's super quick to get these all cut too, because it is a punch. We love punches. Okay, so today we are going to play with Yuletide Village. Check this out. There's no dies for these, which is a little sad, but it's okay because look at it, like, don't you love these houses and the church and just beautiful things? Beautiful things. And I really wanted this. I kept looking at it. I hadn't ordered it. And then when I was at a convention, um, I won it. So it was like even better. I have it and I didn't have to buy it. Sometimes life is good, right? Well, no, life is always good, but sometimes it's made extra special. So let's this is um a die cut from Spotlight on Nature, and we are going to use some of those to stamp on. I have the next size up in Misty Moonlight, so uh, guess what? That's going on there. I have a Misty Moonlight card base, standard card base, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4.25. And I hope I have, I came home yesterday and it's like, okay, I have to unpack because I pretty much take my craft studio with me to these retreat weekends because, everybody is using my my dies and my stamps and my punches and those sorts of things. Um, so and I had all my inks there. I had tons of blocks because we were doing make and takes and crafting and anyway, brought it all home. I have most of it unpacked and back where it belongs. It was like, I gotta get this stuff where it belongs because I have to use it today. I did remember I have my adhesive bucket, I have my dimensionals, had my bone folder, I have my take your pick, I have paper strips. I think I'm good. Okay, we also have a piece of basic white, and it has been embossed with the Skyfall 3D embossing folder. So I got all these fun little snowflakes going on there. So I set this to the side. I am going to grab my church. And these are photopolymers. So I am going to put that on to my foam mat. This is half of a Stampin' Pierce mat covered with paper so that when this happens, you can just replace the paper. And there was a few people at the retreat on the weekend that had never seen this, and they were struggling with some of the stamps. I said, "Oh, let me help you." And I showed this to them, and they were just like, "Oh, my mind is blown. I must have one of those." So I love I love sharing tips and tricks and helping people with their crafting. So that was a highlight for me to be able to help some people and show them how they could get their images to come out just a little bit crisper, a little bit nicer, a little bit more like what they were after. My Misty Moonlight ink pad seems a little funky here. Sure what's up with it, but we seem to have everything inked up. So this doesn't completely fit on here. It is going to dangle off the edge a little bit. But I'm just going to stamp the church down on here. There we go. Look at that. I love this image. I love this. I love the whole stamp set. I'm just putting it out there. I do love the whole thing. Hmm. Look, we have an empty gem packet, brushed metallic adhesive back dots. I don't honestly even remember when I used those last, so I'm not sure how long that's been sitting on my desk there. It's not necessarily a proud moment, but it's a moment when you take everything with you to your retreat. You clear off a lot of um, horizontal area and you see things that you hadn't seen before because you have now uncovered them. So this week I need to do a little bit of cleaning up, I think. So, okay, while I'm here, I am going to stamp a sentiment. So this, where did I lost the stamp set already? Here we go. Sorry. You may have noticed that Yuletide Village does not have any sentiments in it. And that's okay because there's at Christmas time they have lots of stamp sets that are just sentiments. But I'm going to use Peace on Earth because it's beautiful. It's a beautiful sentiment. It goes with my church, I think, and it's long and narrow. And that was kind of the shape that I was after for this card because I I want my circles to be my main focal point. So I'm just gonna put this down on here. And I'm relatively certain I brought a basic white strip. Yes, yes, I did. Okay, we're good. Bring this in here. Up my sentiment. I don't know how much extra I want or where, but just, oh, I'm not sure I have that quite right. But, it's just a strip of white cardstock. We could do, oh, look at me. Okay, we're just going to try that again. One of the things that we played with on the weekend was the uh, new scrapbooking kits. They are, oh my goodness, they are wonderful. And I will probably talk to you until I'm blue in the face about how wonderful they are, but you really do need to try them. I think that might be a little bit lower than I wanted. Let's just see if we have, I don't have other white cardstock here. Let's just see. I might need to chop a piece. One moment. Going to cut another piece. Another piece for my piece on earth. See what I did there? Okay. Like I said on the weekend, you don't have to pay extra for the corny humor. I know I want to get this on here straight, but up a little bit higher. Try not to push and leave any shadows. Oh, that is so much better. That's a beautiful one. Okay, so sorry, out with you, in with you. Okay, I don't think I'm going to use this on my next card, but just going to clean it off in case I decide to, or in case I don't. Either way, it's clean. It's a good thing. Okay, then where'd my circle go? Now we just need to decide what we're going to do with all of this. So I think I'm going to pop up. I think I might pop up the church. Oh, wait a minute. Do we want a little color on our church? Look, we have a wreath we could color. I do have some of my Stampin' Blends right here. So let's pull out shaded spruce. That's dark shaded spruce. And this is light shaded spruce. And give it that's dark cherry. I think I want real red for this. Dark real red wreath or bow on there. And then do we need some lights Lights are on. Is anybody home? Anybody home? Maybe we could. I don't want to do too much color, but I want to add some color. Okay. Let's pull out the misty moonlight, I think. Oh gosh, did I grab the wrong box there? Night of navy. Everything except for what I am after. Night of navy. Okay, so clearly I don't have my misty moonlight in there. Let's check this one. Oh, this doesn't look like it's got misty moonlight either. Where do they make misty moonlight? Have I lost my misty moonlight? Okay, it's not in here. This is Peacock and Pretty Peacock, Lost Lagoon, all that, the turquoisey, greeny blues. Okay, well, maybe we could, where? Okay, just half a second, talk amongst yourselves. I'm gonna see if it's still in the drawer. I don't think it is, though. Okay, I had pulled them out because I think I need new ones. Let's just grab a piece of paper here. I am going to do a little bit of coloring with, oh no, I don't need new ones. That's totally fine. Okay, I don't know why they were out. That is light. And that is dark. So I'm probably going to use the light one. And then, oh, I wanted to check the shaded spruce. That is dark. And that is light. Color do we want our wreath? Oh, you can't really see that very well at all, can you? Morning, Janice. Whoop. So there's still not terrific, is it? But this is light. This is, I think I want dark, don't I? We're going to go with dark shaded spruce, light misty moonlight, and dark real red. See what we get. Okay. Oh, and I didn't get out a yellow yet. I think I might put some yellow in the windows just for the lights. Go. There's our wreath. This is also wreath. I think so. It's going to be now. Here's our bow, just a teeny tiny bit for the bow. And we will color, we'll do all the soffit and fascia or the eaves troughs or the, I don't know, to all you builders out there, I'm sorry. Go. And maybe the doors, eh? There we go. And then the one last thing I was going to do is a little bit of, what do we think? This is dark daffodil. I don't know that we want dark daffodil. Dark lemon, Wally. Like maybe light daffodil. Where did my scrap go? My scrap has lots of stuff on it. I need another piece of scrap paper. I always find the easiest way to sort of see what color you're going to get from your blend is to actually try it. Just make sure you use white paper. One time I was not paying attention. I grabbed a color, decided what I was going to use, and then when I put it on white, it was like, oh, that was not right. What did I do? And I realized, I think this was, I don't know, berry vanilla or basic beige or something. And it was just, changed changed the look a little bit. It wasn't terrible or anything. It just wasn't what I was expecting it to be. So that was, I think this will work. I'm gonna come back in here. I'm not sure. There's a little ring on this wreath, and I'm not sure you can see it, but I'm not positive it's wreath, but it is now, and I like the look of that better. So yeah, look, the lights are on, and okay. I think I'm going to stop there since I said I didn't want to do too much. You know how you kind of get on a roll? It's like, oh, this is sort of fun. Maybe we should put some up in a little, put the light on in the bell tower. There, we'll do that too. Okay. So I am going to put this onto my paper with dimensionals. These are not snipped. So just make these into bits. Go. And pop it up. I assume everybody knows to use the edges of your dimensional pages, but there were some edge bits that we found in the trash at the retreat on the weekend. So the edges, you can still use them. They're just dimensionals. Cut them into pieces, use them. And, with everything that's going on, those edges could have gotten scooped in because somebody picked this up and thought, oh, I'm done with that, and didn't realize that there was still some there. But make sure you use all of those because they're perfectly good still. And if you are doing shaker cards, you can use those edge bits to hold your window sheet up because you want continuous dimensionals for those. You cannot have gaps or you lose all your shaker. Don't. So I've put this down flat and I used liquid glue because it's bumpy and I wanted to make sure it's stuck. So then we're going to do this and what are we going to do with this? We're going to cut this close and then going to do banner ends. So banner ends, cut in the middle, cut from the corner to the middle, and then you do the same on the other side. But for some reason, I can't get it nice this way. So here's what I do. I just flip it over, and then it's the same hand motion on both sides. And for some reason, for me, that gives me a better banner. So that's what I have learned to do. There we go. Clear all your bits out of the way. And this is going to go on here. It's going to pop up. And I think I'm just going to do it white. I don't think I'm going to put any kind of a border on it. I'm just going to leave it. So this, I'm going to come in again with my liquid glue. Put that on there. Go. We're doing okay for time on this card. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Are these too fat now? No. No, we're okay. I can use these ones that I cut. They're a little bit larger than some, but they'll be fine. They fit. That's the main thing, right? You don't want them dangling outside the edges because then you have sticky stuff. And that's a problem. Okay. Peace on Earth. Look at that. just a smidge. Whoa, no, that was more than a smidge. Okay, give it a good press because some of that was not sticking down. There we go. Now the next question. I think it needs a little bling. We could just do pearls for just a little bit of iridescent something. We could, these are very iridescent, but they're kind of pretty. We could do blue. No, not quite right. That's boho blue, which is not, it's a sort of a tone of misty moonlight. So we have these with the gold. These are lovely regal gems, and these are Night of Navy, but I think they will be just fine. So we are going to grab some of these, put them on our card. There we go. Look at that. Yay. I like those. I think I like the blue on there better than the iridescent. So that was a good choice. Okay. So there is your card to kick off your week with a little bit of crafting. Yuletide. Yuletide. I've lost the stamp. Oh my goodness. I really have. Nope. Yuletide Village. I have a host code here because I usually send out kits with a minimum $45 order, and I'm still happy to do that. However, Canada Post is on strike, so I don't know when you would get it. That's my honest thought. But I will share 3 cards this week from Yuletide Village, and I will send you the kit if you place a minimum $45 order using that host code. I'll put the free kit in the mail to you. And if your order's over $75, I will include a package of gems. I just don't know whether you'll have it for this Christmas. So that's why I wasn't quite on top of that one, but that's how I usually do it. So I do still appreciate your orders. They go in online, and I will certainly get something out to you to thank you for your order and for supporting my small business. Okay, that is your Monday motivation to kick off your week with a little bit of crafting. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I will be back again on Wednesday afternoon at 4 o'clock, and I hope to see you all then. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.